Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yeah, so now we begin part 4 of the 7-part series, and those of you who have been listening to this woman, I can tell you that you are to just type and tell us what you think so far. And before moving on to part 4 of this 7-part series, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the Jamaica Young Police channel and select all. Remember, whenever you like a video, then you're going to see another pop-up that says hype the video. Yes, and remember, share the video with your friend, your mama, papa, side chick, side man, neighbor, co-worker, people in our diaspora, because the Jamaica Young Police channel has been, for the past 2.5 years, have been on a systemic attack from within YouTube itself because of people affiliated, and we'll tell you, with the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, because the Jamaica Young Police channel is a channel that they fear because of yours truly, because when I speak with authority, and what I'm speaking is facts, can't be challenged or debunked by no one. So what they did, they tried a various kind of strategy to attack the channel. And yours truly, my character, my credibility and integrity, by spreading lies. But at the end of the day, the longest liver will see. So keep sharing the videos. Share it with others. We know that they're doing everything in their powers. They have tried to make the channel dead, but for some reason there are so many good Jamaicans out there who refuse to let them kill it by shutting out the Jamaica Young Police channel to the highway algorithm highway. So moving on. So welcome back to part 4 of this 7-part documentary series. You're listening, this is first on information, you're hearing it from the victim herself. If you have watched part 1 through part 3, I strongly encourage you to do so if you did not watch it. But if you have watched it, this investigation builds on evidence, timeline, and publicly discussed information presented in those earlier episodes. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that education and intelligence are the same thing. They are not. That's why we tell us over here it's not an entertainment channel. It's an educational channel. A university degree is evidence that someone completed a course of study. It is an achievement that deserves respect. But a degree by itself does not guarantee wisdom. It does not guarantee honesty. It does not guarantee integrity. And it certainly does not guarantee critical thinking. Although a degree, you have to think, but that doesn't mean that people are critical thinkers. Not everyone. History is filled with highly educated people who committed fraud, corruption, financial crimes, and other serious offenses. Likewise, history is also filled with men and women who had very little formal education but possess extraordinary judgment, common sense, creativity, and intelligence. Education and intelligence are related, but they are not identical. Real intelligence is demonstrated by asking difficult questions, weighing evidence carefully, admitting when you are wrong, and changing your opinion when the facts requires it. Critical thinkers do not follow personalities. Critical thinkers follow evidence. That brings me to something very interesting. Whenever someone is publicly accused of wrongdoing, there are generally two ways they can respond. The first response is straightforward. Present documents, present records, present witnesses, explain the evidence, address the allegations point by point. The second response is very different. Instead of answering the evidence, the person attacks the person raising the questions. Sometimes they accuse them of jealousy. Sometimes they accuse them of racism. Sometimes they accuse them of being partisan. Answer yours truly, right now, Marvin, Adrian, Edgar, and his supporters and acolytes, they're accusing the Jamaica Young Police Channel of just being a JLP operative who ate PMP and having a vendetta against the PMP. As I stated before and I say again, the PMP LGBTQ plus is a criminal organization. I was born and raised in a belly of the beast, cultured, nurtured, domesticated to be criminal-minded, unconscionable, liar, everything that is bad. And the only thing they impart to us to be criminals. That is what the PMP has done to youths from my community, only two of us that's alive. Because they want everyone to be criminal. This is the party in Jamaica in which they have never denounced criminality. So those of you who are saying that I am a JLP activist, I am a patriot, at least the Jamaica Labour Party is not promoting and supporting criminality on the scale that the PMP has done. The PMP will never renounce criminality, because that's why I tell you that they are a criminal organization. That's why they hate the Jamaica Young Police Channel. But as time goes by, the lies will keep dismantling until those who are behind the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization in YouTube, hopefully, as any lies always crumble, they will crumble too. Sometimes they accuse them of being paid. I have been accused of being a paid Jamaica Labour Party supporter on YouTube. And I can tell you that I have never even spoken to a JLP supporter, activist, or voter, or being paid by anyone. I am not being paid. I am not being controlled by anyone. Everything that I have said over here is, I have done it with my own free will, without fear or affection, malice, or ill will. When someone says, don't listen to them because they are JLP supporters, notice what has happened? The conversation has shifted away from the evidence. Whether a person support the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, the JLP, another party, or no party at all, has no bearing on whether a document is authentic or whether a financial transaction occur. Evidence does not change because of a political view of the person presenting it. A bank record is either genuine or it isn't. A recording is either authentic or is it? A timeline is either accurate or it isn't. Political labels do not answer factual questions. That is why every viewer should ask, has the evidence been answered? not who asks the question. What Marvin, Adrian, Edgar cannot say that the check is false. He took the woman $50,000. But those of you who can't think, especially PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporters, activists and voters, that's why you get scammed all the time, because you're not smart. You can't think. In a healthy democracy, citizens should never surrender their judgment to political loyalty. And that is what happened to PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporters, activists and voters. They surrender their judgment to the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Every political party has intelligent supporters, but it seems that the PMP, they have the least in Jamaica. The least, and I say that without any apologies. Every political party has supporters who sometimes accept claims without verifying them. That is a human tendency, not something unique to one political movement. The responsibility of every citizen is to resist the temptation. Do not believe something simply because it comes from someone you admire. Do not reject something simply because it comes from someone you disagree with. So because you disagree with me now, and people at Labour me say, I'm a Labourite, in which you have some Labourite who don't even like me because I speak up, even against the Prime Minister. I've said things that are not flattering, and I've said things that are flattering too. But what I've been consistent is being fair and truthful. That's it. I don't do things because I want people like me. I just tell people the truth. And by doing that, you're not going to be a popular person. The responsibility of every citizen is to resist that temptation of being a political loyalist and ignore your conscience. Do not believe something simple because it comes from someone you admire. Do not reject something simple because it comes from someone you disagree with. Evaluate it, verify it, question it, think independently. If someone responds to documented allegations, primarily by telling supporters that the criticism is coming from a political opponent's, viewers should recognize that this is rhetorical strategy that shifts attention away from the underlying evidence. Instead of asking, is the evidence true? The discussion should become, whose side are you on? Those are two completely different questions. Democracy works best when citizens refuse to let political identity replace critical thinking. And those of you who live in the United States of America, you know that you have a segment of the population that have zero critical thinking skills. At the end of the day, every viewer should judge this series and any response to it by the same standard. Are the documents authentic? Is the timeline accurate? Are the facts independently verifiable? Has each important allegation been addressed with evidence rather than personal attacks? Those questions matter far more than whether someone is labeled a JLP or PMP, independent or anything else. Truth is not determined by party colors. Truth is determined by facts. That is why I encourage every viewer, regardless of your political beliefs, to examine the evidence carefully. Think independently and reach your own conclusion based on what can actually be verified. Not on labels, slogans, or personality. That is how informed citizens protect themselves from deception regardless of who is making the claims. So I'm not over here pushing any politics, I'm just here educating the people. So I want you to listen to Miss Gloria in her own words telling you how Marvin, Adrian, Edgar had scammed her out of 50,000 US. You watch, you listen, and you decide. Part 4 of this 7-part series.
My nephew one day when I was speaking to him, he saw something and he said, you know what? I saw I saw this scammer Gloria, 50,000 US dollar. Oh my Lord. And like 2 minutes after, I said, that's me. He said, what? He said, yeah, that's me. I said, that's me.
Well, in case you do not know, let me tell you this. Jamaican people are very dishonest people. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just we as a people, Jamaicans, we as a people, we are conditioned, nurtured, culture to be criminal-minded people. So what happened to you that is just a Jamaican culture reach you? And they don't expect you supposed to report them because you not supposed to be an informer, because in a Jamaica, informer are bad people. You supposed to Marvin is a victim in your case, you know, because him get the money from you and you want to send him a prisoner, you know, to do that.
Yeah.
Right. So they are going to paint you as the bad person because you fight against him. You fight against him.
I get that all the time.
No, you don't fight against him.
What?
Marvin, he's a criminal. You understand what I'm saying? But based on what you're saying, allegedly, Rita Barnes and Kurt Booth, they are part of it. They are, allegedly they are part of this conspiracy because Rita is the one. So more or less, Rita get a part of the money. So you understand what I'm saying? So let me tell you how the federal government operate. You see, like with your case now, what you need you need to you have the southern DOJ office in New York. You need to contact them. So they are the one that really the FBI investigate, but they are the one that after the investigation they are the one that would go to the grand jury and get the extradition warrant for him. You understand what I'm saying? And then now the DOJ now, they are the one that will prioritize with the FBI so that they question Rita and Kurt Booth. Because what you're doing, you're opening a can of worms on Kurt Booth too, Because if he's operating a financial business online without being registered as a crime under SEC. You understand? America and Jamaica, you understand what I'm saying? And then now Rita now, she more or less, because she had the one, she's the link, she had the greatest link in this, because she had the one who plan with this man for rip you off. She knew all along, because she never invested any money with him. So imagine how many victims out there that this woman have lured and encouraged to invest with this man and him rob you. Because he had told me that this man he had made accusation that he had a lawyer write to cease and desist.
Yeah, he sent me a cease and desist letter, but you know what? When Marvin, he sent it to my email. Mm-hmm. When I opened my email, he sent it to that guy. The attorney in Jamaica, and he used to use this thing as to send him my bank information for him to return the money. But the police, they told me not to send my don't do no wire transaction to him because I may get caught up in this thing. Mm-hmm. So I did not send him my information.
No, but look here. But Miss Gloria, remember that the wire that he had wired the money to him, he have that information already?
Not mine.
When you wired the $50,000 to him, he did not receive it?
Bank here, Bank of America. I have an account. I didn't use I have to take the money from my bank. I take a check from my bank and bring it to his bank and put it on his account. So he don't have no information of my account.
So how would you get paid? So how would you get paid then?
That's what I said. I must send him my bank information that he transfer the money to my bank information, because my bank information is not on the check what I sent to him. So you know, but what I did, I went to the same bank, Bank of America, in November and opened an account and send him all the information. And said, okay, you need an account to send the money. Here is one account, the same bank. He
had a Bank of America account?
Yeah, Marvin have a Bank of America account.
Oh, okay. Hold on, because you have to have a I think they have a new system where illegal immigrant can have an account or something like that.
No, Marvin did have a visa. So Marvin went to Florida. He used to visit Florida because when I walked into the bank with the check in New York, and I showed the lady, when I went to open the account, I explained to the lady what happened to me. And from she see the check, she said, oh my God, it's another Florida. Because they have a thing on the check, a number, they know the different state. So she said, oh my God, it's another Florida. That's all I heard she said.
So you say he had a visa. What happened to the visa?
They canceled Marvin's visa a long time.
The American government cancel his visa. They revoke his visa. Why?
That's what I don't know. That's what I heard. That's why he can't come. He can come to my. He cannot come here. He don't have a visa. I don't know why they cancel it, but they cancel his visa. I heard. That's what I heard. I never see it. I never saw it. I heard that they canceled it. So he was living in Florida. He went to Florida. So Rita told me that the account was started in Florida. So if you have account in Florida, you came to America, you can go to the same bank. Your account is right there. Every state you go, their bank, the account is there. So that is how I get to go to New York. I get to go to New York. I get to go to one of the Bank of America in New York and put it on his account because they just put in his information and you pull up everything. So when I open the account, I don't even think I have any more money leaving that account because I opened it with $25. And the last time I checked it, it's on $5 there, so I don't think I have any more.
Oh, you have to payment it. Well, you have to close the account because they would end up sending it to the credit bureau so that because you have a pay thing there. More or less you're paying you're paying surcharges every month to have the account with them because Bank of America you have to have a certain amount of money in a checking account and the saving account for you to enjoy the account being free, because that was from in the 1990s they came in with that but I don't know if Bank of America they still have it because I don't bank with them, but I know back in the 1990s, early 1990s, with Bank of America you had to have over $3,000 in your saving account and $1,500 in your checking account, and most Americans don't have that money, or else you have to pay a surcharge every month, $5 for the checking, $5 for the saving. So you understand. And as you say,
only open and checking.
Yes, so you have to close it. You have to close it because the next thing you're going to owe them money, and they're going to send in your.
Yeah, I'm going to close it because I have $5. I'm going to go over there and close it. Just a walking distance from where I live.
Because you don't want them to charge you that surcharge. So that's the only way that you can get back your money. That's the only. You understand what I'm saying? But if you want to send your money, all you have to do is just buy a money order and send back your money back here to you, as you have said. But more or less,
I don't think Marvin sending back any money. I think Marvin used that money because every December, last year December, Marvin said he was going to pay. Look, Rita not asked him back for his money, her money. But he said he's going to give back Rita her money December. He said he's going to pay me back December gone. Now he said December coming, he's going to pay back the money. So every December he's going to pay back. Marvin not paying back nothing because when I gave Marvin the money in December, Marvin was traveling all over every Caribbean country. Say he's trying to get the Caribbean prime minister to work along with him to have a crypto market in Jamaica. That's what he said. I know.
Am I real con man?
He was traveling to every different Caribbean country. When we go to the meeting, what he had there, he used to show us video when he went to the different Caribbean country and met other Jamaicans and speaking to other Jamaicans in the Caribbean country. So that was a little trick. So I realized things wasn't right, and I realized by February, I said, Rita, ain't nothing going on with this. It is a scam. I'm going to the police. And I went to the police. Rita just threw away from me completely.
Because she know what was going on, man. They thought that because you're an elderly person, more or less, they thought that you would die by this. You'd be dead.
Right?
You understand? So they can't keep you money.
The other day, when my nephew realized, because Rita didn't tell my nephew nothing about it. So my nephew was going to Jamaica in January. So I told my nephew, Rita is the one who told me about this money, this guy, and Rita gave this guy money. So my nephew says he's not going to say anything to her on the phone until she goes to Jamaica, face to face. He's going to speak to her. So they have their thing down there. And then I called my nephew sometime. It must be, I think it must be April or sometime there. March, April. And asked him what's going on, what Rita say, or what's going on. So my nigga said he didn't get no strong arguments from Rita. Rita not telling him anything, saying nothing about the money. So my nigga called Rita and said, call Gloria and speak to Gloria about the money. How you gonna fix it? How you gonna help her to get back her money? When Rita called me on the phone, Rita gonna say to me, Gloria, don't you introduce me to Marvin? I said, Rita, what the FBICAAK, what you talking about? How am I going to know Marvin? When is the last time I go to Jamaica to find Marvin? To introduce you to Marvin. So Rita spin it around. You know how she spin it around? Because when she gave me Adrian number, and I get the number from Marvin number from Andre and tell it and call her and said, yes, I got Marvin. That's how she spin it around. To say I told her about Marvin.
So it seems like Andre Stevens is a part of the ring too, because if he has number from Marvin and Marvin is the point man. Wow.
I don't know if Andre, because I called Andre after, I think in April. I still have it on my phone, Andre number. When I call him, I don't delete it. I still have it. Sometime in April.
This year?
No, April 25th.
2025.
April 2025. I call Andre, April or May, April, March or April. I think it was in April. April must be, I think April the 9th or something. I called him and I said, Andre, you remember I called you the other day and gave you and got Marvin's number from you. I gave Marvin $50,000 and Marvin coming. I ain't heard nothing from Marvin about my money. Andre gonna say to me, oh my God, you give Marvin all that money and you even give me a couple dollars for my couple donation?
No. What he said?
That's what he said to me.
He's asking you how come you didn't give him any donation?
Yeah. I could hand over all that money to Marvin and I'd even send him a couple dollars for his whatever he's doing there, foundation or whatever. And that's what he said. And he didn't say nothing about it. He don't tell anybody stupid under the mat. You know? And that's all I said to him. And I hung up.
So to date, you haven't received a receipt from this man?
Nothing. The man blocked me. Because you blocked me from the program, from the telegram. Because when I'm asking him about what's going on with the money, he said, I gave everybody in the program, everybody in my program. I think you could hear he said there's a lot of people in his program. He gave all his members, his investor. They got a contract. I called Rita. I said, Rita, what's going on? You didn't tell me you get a contract. She said, no, I ain't get no contract. So the lady, the secretary, I sent, because if I gave you all that money and I'm in the group, I suppose I could ask a question in the group. So I sent a text in the group and said, is there anybody in this group receive a contract from Marvin? That girl, as soon as the text hit, she called Marvin and told Marvin, I text in the group and asking question. Marvin blocked me from that group.
Because he is dishonest one.
Marvin blocked me from the group, so I could, because he didn't want anyone know in the group that I took the money.
That you had given him your money.
Yes, he didn't want anybody. So when this lady when Shadea received the text, Shadea calling me, blocked me, and then he called me. Just as he blocked me, he called me. How can you do such a thing like that? What you were thinking about? What you text in the group and asking questions? I said, I have a right to text the group because I'm a part of the group. And if you're into a group, there is no secret in the group. You know. So more or less, you're not the only person that he had scammed then. Marvin told me. Before he got my money, he told me that a lady sold her house and gave him $150,000 US to invest. And another time we were talking after he received my money, and he said, oh my God, you are my number one. You are my number one investor. Because you is the one who invests the most money. I was dying for him to get off the phone to call Rita and tell Rita. I said, Rita, how you see this man lie? This man is a big scam. Because he's gonna tell me that woman gave him $150,000 US dollars to invest, and now we're gonna say I'm the one who gave him $50,000. 50 and 150. 150 is more than 50,000. So I said, Rita, this man is a scammer. You know. So let me ask you, how do you know that Rita is an American citizen? And she was American citizen. She wouldn't be living here so long. I don't know. I said she's American citizen. I don't know if she's American citizen because I don't see no document. But being that she's here, she have her children here. As a regular, I don't know.
All I know, she have been living here.